Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. We're set to discuss FC Barcelona, Paris Saint-Germain. Just some early thoughts. I've watched every single FC Barcelona game this season, and I've watched every single Paris Saint-Germain game this season. So I definitely believe I'm one of the best people to, have opinions, share opinions, thoughts about this game. I mean, we've been excited for Paris Saint-Germain to play FC Barcelona since last season. Obviously, Barcelona, they were, elite since the beginning of last season. Whereas Paris Saint-Germain, it took them a little bit of time to get into the groove of the season. But when Paris Saint-Germain beat Liverpool, I think that's when it started. Barcelona obviously beat Benfica, beat Dortmund. It was predictable. And obviously, when we faced Liverpool, when that draw happened, we knew Barca would be on the other side, Paris Saint-Germain on the other side. And everyone was just waiting for that final. I mean, I'd predicted Paris Saint-Germain to play FC Barcelona in that final since, the beginning of the season, early on. So I was really excited for it. And that's why when I watched Barca-Inter, I wasn't hate watching. I actually wanted Barca to go through so that Paris Saint-Germain would play them. I even talked with my Barca friend ahead of the Barca-Inter game. I was like, be confident, you're going to go through. But he knew. I didn't know. That's the unexperience in being an FC Barcelona fan. He knew the 3-3 at home was too tough potentially to come back from. Even though Barca got, should have gotten the win towards the end when Rafinha scored. And now we go into the second season. And Paris Saint-Germain and FC Barcelona are drawn against each other in the UEFA Champions League group stage. And it was once again extremely predictable. I mean, if UEFA did not set up a Paris Saint-Germain FC Barcelona game, people would be mad. They will be rioting in the streets of Catalonia and Paris and in the world, because everyone wants to watch this game. It's not just Paris Saint-Germain supporters wanting this game. It's not just FC Barcelona. It's everyone who wants this game. And now we got it. Game set to be played at Camp Nou, hopefully. Could be maybe another stadium, because there's been obviously a lot of uncertainty regarding what stadium we're going to play in. And now we go into the game. And this game, it's too tough. Why everyone wants to watch this game. The first, I don't know if it's first or second. The two stuff is the football and it's the narratives. Let's start with football. Paris Saint-Germain and FC Barcelona clearly played the best football in the world. Both of them have young, potential upcoming teams that are just going to get better with time. And I think Paris Saint-Germain and FC Barcelona are going to be two dominant teams for the upcoming at least 5 to 6 years. If none of them do that, or win 1, 2, 3, maybe UCLs in the upcoming 5-6 seasons, it would be a little bit embarrassing. So the future looks bright for both teams, but the current, looks still amazing. FC Barcelona reached the semi-final, won everything in Spain. Paris Saint-Germain won everything in France, and obviously won the Champions League. So footballistically, both of these teams want to play football. Both of these teams obviously they have a great system, both of them, but they rely on a lot of individual brilliance because they have so many individual great talents. If you look at the Premier League, I can name the individual talents on my hand. I can do the same for Barca or PSG teams against an entire league, and I think that's why so many people are excited for this. I think FC Barcelona scored the most goals in the UCL last season, followed by Paris Saint-Germain. FC Barcelona scored the most. I know Bayern scored a lot of goals in the European top 5 leagues, despite playing a couple of games less. But I think Paris Saint-Germain and FC Barcelona have the first and second best goals per game. So we should be getting goals in this game. Defensively, obviously, Paris Saint-Germain are stronger than FC Barcelona. But we haven't faced a team as strong offensively as FC Barcelona. Basically, all the teams we faced last season, it was more great defensive side. Liverpool had one of the best defenses in the Champions League group stage. Arsenal also had one of the best defenses in the group stage. Aston Villa probably had that too, and Inter Milan as well. So we played mostly defensive teams. We had to counter-attack a lot against those teams. But Barcelona will be completely different. It will be a lot of 1v1 situations with Yamal and Nuno. It will be runs from Rafinha. Hakimi has to mark them. And I think that's the excitement of this game. It's the football that is going to be played. Both of these teams want to play football. They just don't want to win this game. They want to win it in their own style. And both of them, obviously they have differences. Flick's Barca play more German style, more like a rave party. Whilst Paris Saint-Germain, it's the control. But they can turn on that boom, boom, boom as well. So they have some differences, but I would say comparing Barca and PSG to most other teams, they still have way more similarities than differences, and that's the football, and that's why I'm extremely excited for this game. I know there will be goals. I know we're Barca not going to park the bus. I know that it will be threatening. I know that we will be threatening, and then it's about the narratives. Let's go through all the narratives, legacies. I mean, first of all, Paris Saint-Germain, FC Barcelona. We've beaten each other 5 times in the UEFA Champions League. We've had 4 draws and I believe scored either 27 goals each or 29 goals each. So nothing to separate between the two clubs whenever they've faced in the UEFA Champions League. Then obviously all the games. I mean, so many memorable games. I remember my first, it was Chelsea the first, but the second one, no, Barca was the first. What am I saying? When we drew against each other, 2-2 at the back, and then 1-1 in Camp Nou. Then we faced each other in the group stage. We beat you once, you beat us once, and then you humbled us in the knockout stages, unfortunately. Then obviously remontada, PSG 4-0, Barca 6-1. But after that, Paris Saint-Germain got the best out of Barca, 4-1 twice. With one of them being quite recent, with a lot of the current players playing in it. And that's going to be part of the game 100%. I mean, we saw Rafinha. Rafinha scored 3 goals across both of those legs, but still went out. And he was fuming after the game. Lamine Yamal was poor in the first game. Second game, starts off the game by cooking Nuno, creating the assist, creating the goal for Rafinha, but obviously, unfortunately, had to get sub out because of Araujo's red card. Like, I still think that was a mistake by Xavi. If I was Xavi, you remove Lewandowski. I mean, Yamal has counter-attacking opportunity. He's extremely confident after that. Even though Lewandowski had like 2 good chances to score in the game, which he didn't. So, anyways, I think that game will definitely have effect in this game. It looks like Araujo will be the starting centre-back after starting versus Newcastle and having a good performance. Koundé will be there. Obviously, Cancelo's not there. They have Balde now, who should be back for the game. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be Gerard Martin. Pedri was there. I remember he was good when he came off the bench in the first game. But he was very poor in the second game. De Jong was poor in both games. Yeah, that's basically everyone. Fermin, I don't remember Fermin playing against us. And obviously, Olmo was signed after. Paris Saint-Germain. Not Chevalier. Hakimi played the second leg. Nuno played both legs. Marquinhos. Pachu's new. João Neves is new. Vitinha played and cooked. Fabian Ruiz played and played good. Dembele played and cooked. Barcola played. Well, I remember what Barcola did. Obviously, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia and Desiree do a new signing. So there are a couple of new signings, but I still think that game will impact and matter for this upcoming game. And now that's the legacy between the two clubs. Then it's the narratives, manager, players. Hansi Flick, he took the first Champions League from us, 2020. We all remember that, Flick. We all remember that. And then it's Luis Enrique. 1 true trebles in his career. 1 with Barca, 2015. 1 with PSG, 2025. 10 years apart, exactly. And he obviously... No, he actually isn't from Catalonia. Yeah, Luis Enrique is not from Catalonia. So, but yeah. He obviously played there as a player and everything. Then you have Ousmane Dembélé, played at FC Barcelona, then went to Paris Saint-Germain. Am I missing something? I guess some players have been linked to both clubs and so on. So I think that's why I think this is the biggest game. I mean, obviously it's played in the group stage, so how can I say? There isn't that much on the line. There isn't that much risk. PSG are not going to get knocked out. The other team is not going to go through or something. So there's less risk on the table, which can be both good and bad. I mean, bad because the game will have less importance, but better because then it will be like less pressure, which maybe, the team score like 5. We have like a 5-4 thriller or something. But yeah, it's the legacy, it's the narratives, it's the football, it's everything. It's definitely a complete game. It definitely has everything you need in a football game. Obviously, we wished this game was played in a final instead, but we can't do that much about it. Hopefully, we're facing the knockout stages. Like, if you're looking for the narrative and everything, you would want maybe a draw or something. So yeah. And now going like more tactically into the game, obviously there'll be some potential missing players. Dua should be back, Yamal should be back, Balde could be back, Gavi could be back, Dembele is obviously completely out for the game. João Neves will be back as well, so how is the game gonna go? Because one thing I've been very impressed with Paris Saint-Germain last season, which I think went under the radar, was how great we were defensively. I mean, we kept a clean sheet in the Champions League final against Inter, the team that Barca conceded 7 against. We kept a clean sheet at Anfield for 120 minutes and kept a cheeky clean sheet at the Emirates as well. So I think Paris Saint-Germain, that's an underrated thing about us, how great we are defensively going into this game. And we've been great defensively so far this season as well. 4 out of 6 clean sheets. FC Barcelona defensively have been very questionable, but obviously keeping a clean sheet against Valencia. Valencia didn't create a single big chance. And then obviously against Newcastle, yes, like Newcastle had 1, 2, 3 4 good opportunities, scored a goal towards the end and everything, but they were still defensively solid. Obviously Newcastle nowhere close to Paris Saint-Germain, especially offensively. But defensively, obviously, Paris Saint-Germain takes it. When it comes to offensively, the thing about Paris Saint-Germain is, obviously, with the Dembélé and the Doué injury, we haven't seen them warm up. Even Khvicha, he had a great game versus Atalanta, man of the match, but he's been a little bit injured and inconsistent in recent games. Bradley Barcola, we know about him, a little bit of inconsistency as well. Barcelona, the same. I mean, Lewandowski just came into the starting lineup. Lamine Yamal is going to be injured a couple of games. He's going to come in a little bit rusty into the game. Rashford is picking up form, so yeah. And Rafinha as well, like he didn't start some games and so on. So offensively, which is supposed to be the biggest thing between these two clubs, that they were trying to, and our trident is a bit rusty going into this game. The midfield though, from Paris Saint-Germain, obviously looks great. The midfield for Paris Saint-Germain this season has been our best thing. Barca, De Jong, and Pedri, it's been Pedri mostly. Pedri has been sensational for Barcelona this season. Still question mark, should it be Fermin, should it be Olmo, we'll have to wait and see. And then the defense. And then obviously Juan Garcia has been huge for Barca, but let's see if he can be huge for versus Paris Saint-Germain. Obviously, when we come closer to this game, maybe new injuries pop up, maybe we get some new information to go into the game, but I think it's going to be a great game. I'm very excited for the game. My prediction has always been 3-2, despite Dembélé missing. I got a little bit of confidence back when Doué came back, but I'm actually going to change it to a 2-1 Paris Saint-Germain. I think we're going to be a little bit better defensively and get a tough result at the Camp Nou. It will be a very tough game. We will have to suffer for moments. Barca dangerous on the counter-attack. For me, that's the biggest danger with FC Barcelona. It's that counter-attack. It's that transition. We'll also have to deal with their high press and high intensity and everything. We'll have to wait and see how we do with that. So, yeah. I think those are basically all of my early thoughts. Very excited for this game. Hopefully everyone, Barca fans, PSG fans, and non-Barca PSG fans are extremely excited for this upcoming game coming up. That's been it from my boy PSG. There will be so much PSG Barca content coming up, so hopefully you're gonna enjoy the upcoming videos and live streams coming up. That's been it from my boy PSG, and as usual, allez Paris.